All right, guys. We've got the EU champion, the man that narrowly made it through Max Packs and Showtime today to win the weekly cup. Now he's playing the North American Cup. He's looking for the twofer, the double header. Liquid's CLEM. He's up against Creator in the top left of the map. Creator, a monster in his own right, the best Korean defensive Protoss player. So now that Stats is back from the military, we'll see if Stats can get back in form and reclaim that title. A lot of players would say Stats is a higher class, higher caliber player than Creator is. Oh, you know. But I actually think Creator's gotten so good in the last few years. And I mean, really shout out to Creator for his GSL finals performance. It was Rogue's last GSL before he went to the military. And it was a 4-2, and it looked very... Or was it a 4-1? Maybe it was 4-1. I think it was 4-2. But whether it was 4-1 or 4-2, a lot of the games were very close. And they actually always... He made Rogue sweat in pretty much every single game, which is so hard, because Rogue is one of the dirtiest Zerg versus Protoss players in the book. He usually doesn't give Protoss players a chance to really play the game. He just surprises them with a very well-planned all-in, or, you know, he's greedy at the right time, and then just switches it into aggression, just kills them before they get a chance. And yet, Creator took the fight to him and made that a close final. So I'll have eternal respect for Creator for that. Making it to a GSL finals was huge, but also putting the hurt on one of the greatest players of all time. Now, this is, you'll notice, second Marine. So quick factory opening for CLEM. He's going to go 2 Marines into the bunker before going for the reactor. Reaper's going to dive in. Creator's defense has been pretty okay so far. Well, I guess that grenade was off screen, which is why we didn't hear the sound effect for that. I was like, do we not have the sounds on? All right, gotta get out of there, man. Just a reminder to anyone watching live in the Twitch chat, if you guys ever get annoyed at me mispronouncing your name and you correct me, just be sure to remember that will guarantee I continue to mispronounce your name. But now I'll do it on purpose. I'm just that way. I'm an ass. Nah, I think if you're going to bounce, you should have tried to bounce there over the middle of the building, surely, right? I'm not sure if it's possible on that angle. Did he see the Twilight? Nah, you can't see the Twilight from there. Blink is on the way into second and third gateway before Robo. Interesting. So I think Creator's just playing very safe here. And we've got Widow Mines on the way. I think it'll probably be a single Widow Mine drop for CLEM, especially if his Reaper runs up the ramp and sees those multiple gateways. Yeah. So he's going to run in. He sees this. He sees an Adept, a Stalker behind the wall, a couple gateways, and a Robo. And yeah, 1 Widow Mine straight into Tech Lab Factory, second barracks. So we're probably going to see him just go for a Raven, a couple of tanks, and turtle up here. Maybe do a little bit of auto turret harass after the Widow Mine, but otherwise just sit on 2 base and embrace this position. Now, Creator's actually going to go 4 gas. Wow, 3-gate Blink into Colossus. Interesting. A very 2 base focused build for now. But moving out here this early to push away those units makes me think maybe he's thinking about trying to squeeze a 3rd base in at the same time, in which case you can't really use all 3 gateways, but there's always an argument behind make extra gateways so you can react if the Terran does surprise you with something you didn't see coming. You know, having an extra gateway, you can go, oh, 3 Stalker warp in rather than 2, and that can definitely change things. 5 Stalkers here, enough to 2-shot a Medevac, but they move out of the main at the wrong time. Medevac comes in from the far left. Whew. All right, does pull back towards the dead space. You know, I've been thinking a little bit about why Protoss players are having a hard time on this map pool versus Terran, and I think a little bit of it might be things like this, where they can sneak so deep into your main base along the edge and get in behind and hide in the big dead space. And this sort of stuff is very annoying for Twilight Council players who don't have Phoenix to hunt them down. Reaper and Alien run in. The Observer sees it. Creator is not reacting. He's just going across the map with a Stalker drop. Looks like he does send a Stalker home. 1 Stalker drop watching that as well. As we said, Clem is going to be pretty solid at home. He's got a tank there. The other tank will also siege in the main base. And with a double bunker on the natural, it's going to be very hard to bust that. So I do like this approach. When the natural's so far from the main, you can't cover both at once. So he makes an unbreakable double tank position in the main. Still getting 2 SCVs. Nice plays. Look at that. Reaper Alien's going down. Clem could have got the probe at least, but he's not watching it. Ooh, losing the Reaper Alien for free is not great. 2 SCVs go down as well. Widow Mine drop gets in, but Creator's pretty quick on that. Oh, he's going to lose a Stalker. Well, definitely worth it for a Widow Mine to kill a Stalker, but Creator's happy to have shut everything down on his side of the map for now. Guys, wait. What is he doing? Oh, okay, I was about to say, he doesn't have a Robo Bay. What's he doing? He's going to go Storm Drop. He's got a lot of gas. And he's already making a few High Templar. I often criticize Creator for not making enough High Templar when he goes Storm. But overall, the fact that he's going 3 tanks, Clem that is, and a Raven, these units, feedback kills the Raven. Storm is really good because it's explosive and mobile. When you drop High Templar out of a Prism, your charge zealots jump on top of the Marine Marauder, you storm them, the tanks get caught unsieged, and it becomes very effective. Stalker drop doesn't really find any damage there, but that's okay. Third command center does come in. It's interesting. Clem is playing very cautious. He doesn't know about the Templar archives, but he definitely should know that this is something that Creator has in his repertoire. Medevac's coming back. It's going to fly through those Stalkers. Good quick reposition on Clem, but Creator's too fast. He blinks on it, snipes the Medevac. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Creator re-engaging before Blink was off cooldown. Gets a Marauder for his troubles. It's lucky that Stim wasn't done. He could have lost 4 Stalkers there. The army's coming forwards. Clem is trying to move up to the high ground. Oh, he wants to actually siege from this angle over here. There's no Zealots. Charge is not ready for another 30 seconds. Oh, he tried to get the Raven, but the Raven goes over the high ground. Great plays by Clem. Clem, pull it back. Don't throw the Raven away, man. Oh, he wanted the interference matrix so badly. But the Prism drops the High Templar, gets the feedback, and even, oh, he's going to drop a Storm, clips the Marines, but without charge. He's not ready to engage. He's got 8 gateways. He needs charge and 8 zealots, and he can wreck Clem's army. If I was Clem, I'd probably run home. But he's getting some good value. Gets a gateway. He's going to get a Robo as well. The Robo does go down. Here comes the army for Creator. One good Storm on the bio could change everything. He gets the tanks and the Medevacs with the Storm. The Stalkers blink forward. Another Medevac gets focused down. Another Medevac gets focused down. On top of that, that's a 3 Medevacs, 3 tanks down. You've lost your important units. There's still 3 High Templar alive in that Prism. I don't know if they have any Storm energy right now, but definitely Clem's in big trubs. He doesn't have much sustainability. He's going to try and micro back and forwards on the edge, but he's like 1 Storm and a forwards blink from his day being ruined. I think what's good for him is the Widow Mines. As long as he keeps up Widow Mine production, he's also going for EMPs. It is hard to deal with that as Creator. That being said, Creator has Observers. He has Blink. Double drop going towards the main. Gets spotted. Creator's going to send his Storm drop to deal with it. That's interesting. Stalker's going to get a single shot off before having to pull away. He really wants to warp in Zealots here. If he loses that Artosis pylon, then he's screwed. Creator's in trouble. Oh, no! Oh, but wait. Storm drop comes in, forces the pickup. Clem just picks up, pulls to the back. Okay. Does need to repower these 2 gateways down here. Creator's forgetting that right now. His army's in the middle of the map. He's got a few Stalkers in the back ready to stop that from redropping now that it's so damaged. He's now repowering the front, but only after a little bit of a delay. Clem is on 55 workers. Creator's only on 47. This is a terrible position to be in for Creator. It feels like he's going for an all-in right now, and I think he is. But look at Clem. He seems to realize this is a threat. He has so many Widow Mines spread. He doesn't have much Marine Marauder. That's the real problem for him. Let's see what Creator can pull in. He's going Archon Zealot here. Trying to go for it. Seeing no 4th base. Clem is like, yeah, I think he's going aggressive. His ghosts aren't here. He's got 1 on the field on the natural. He's going to F2 his army down. Trying to spread backwards from the potential storms. The EMP isn't going off on that ghost. He needs to land an EMP with it before that ghost goes down. Storms landing all over the bio. The libs are falling. The High Templar are so scary here in this scenario. Clem just does not have the numbers to hang on against such a big army, and Creator going for the big 47 probe push. Stalkers are overwhelmed on the backside, but oh, Storm drop on the ghost as well. Meanwhile, Clem goes in with a double drop, desperately trying to counter-strike, but Creator all over it there. Cutting workers on just 47 and going full aggression. Gets Clem before the ghosts are out, before all that economy pays off. All right, guys, going into game 2. Clem has his work cut out for him, man. These Korean Protosses are built different. They're so good with those Storm timings. And Clem going for 3 tanks and a Raven, and then attacking with those tanks and a Raven was a disaster. If he had those tanks on the defense, it's a very different situation. You keep those like behind your wall on your natural, and they really anchor your position, or even at the 3rd, just behind the mineral line or something like that. But as it is, it's going to change things up now. You guys can hear the game sounds a bit louder. I've been fiddling with my settings, so we've upped that. Hopefully that's a little bit easier to hear all the different game sounds. I know it was very, very quiet before. You guys can let me know if that's too loud, too quiet as we get into this game and the big battles start. Doing a little bit of tweaking on the fly, but I'll fix that. Don't worry about it. For now, Creator is in trouble, man. Or Clem, sorry, is in trouble. That was, you know, it looked like a really good setup. He knew it was coming, but you just got to get better scouting. And sometimes it is worth dropping a scan. I think he kind of played as if he was getting 4-gate blinked. And it was, of course, not that. It was just quick 4-gas into Storm drop. Nexus going down on the natural. This is a no-scout build for Creator. I would argue this is very greedy, unless he's playing Clem, which he is. Clem's a pretty conservative player. He doesn't proxy barracks that much, so very low chance of getting called out for this. You're also up a game as Creator, so why not? Notice Clem, he knows that he's going to have the right amount of money to queue the factory with this SCV. So he's already mapped that out. That SCV there will rally back to the minerals. Oh, we should queue up another SCV there. And there we go. 150 minerals for the factory goes down right on time. That SCV goes back to mining. Actually goes down to build the bunker. Okay, cool. He is playing very safe. Gets the bunker as well. Stargate for Creator. Interesting. I think we'll see Oracle into Blink, one of his favorite builds. Reaper's going to run into the natural. He's going to pin that Adept at home. Notice he uses the Nexus here. The Reaper is faster than the Adept, but the Adept has its Shade ability, where it can send out a kind of copy of itself that it can teleport to, or it can cancel. When that completes is when it teleports to it. And that's going to force the Reaper back for now. Oh, Clem almost ran back into the Adept there. A little bit too antsy. He's building a Hellion right now. Very important to get in with that Hellion and see what the tech is. Starport starts up behind it. Depth's out over there right now, looking for this Reaper coming in on the re-entry. And it's going to pull back to try and stop it. Pylon's blocking the Reaper ledge. So you can see Clem here. Sees the pylon. He's going to get out of here. He's going to run. Oh, he gets out. Nice escape for Clem. Oracle is indeed on the way. Don't be surprised if there is a Twilight Council and a few more gateways for that Blink follow-up coming out soon. Could it still be Phoenix Colossus, kind of like how Showtime does it, but actually, yeah, Phoenix straight away. Ah, interesting. Adept still getting hunted. If this Adept Shade can track on it, it'll be good. He needs to use the Oracle if he wants the completion. There we go. Oracle turns on its laser, takes it out. Hellion's going to run in as well now. Seeing that it's a Phoenix follow-up would be nice. Ooh. Hellion goes down. Double gas drops immediately. I like that Creator waits to shut down his opponent's scouting before dropping the gases. He might not have planned to do it until now anyway, but it's just an extra thing where Clem does not know that this is a very 2-base follow-up. It still technically could be Oracle into Phoenix Charge. Just keeping him guessing is a nice way to do things. Just needed to clear the throat there. Sorry, I had to mute the microphone for a second. Revelation sees that there is a lot of defense. Cyclone, 3 barracks. Clem doesn't need the tanks. He knows he's up against Stargate, so he's going to go straight into just 3 Rex, Bio, Medevac, Widowmine. Third Nexus starts up for Creator at a pretty good time. Considering he's gone 4-gas style, it's a good moment to do it, but he does need to get some pylons started or he will hit a supply block. 7 Marine drop in the top of the map sneaking in. Clem's just going to unload that on the low ground. The Phoenix very close to spotting that, but not quite. 3 racks stacking up Marine Marauder right now. Medevacs and Widowmines will join the field soon. 3rd and 4th Gasway is there. +1 weapons on the way. Super standard follow-up for Clem. And I think this is the comfort of Terrans in this matchup right now, is feeling like, excuse me, feeling like this 3-rack style can just pretty much always work. This 3-rack style, you know, just get your Marines, Marauders, maybe build a few more tanks if they're on Blink early game. They're going Stargate, go straight into the stim, the shields, the medevacs, and the mines. And from there, you know, see what you can do. Whereas it feels like the Protoss players are always trying to get some element of surprise. They're kind of like, okay, surprise you with an Oracle, then go Colossus Phoenix, you know, and try and trick you with what I'm doing and show multiple different moves. Whereas the Terrans are like, oh, I'm going to do the same thing. A lot of the time. There are variations in the opening harassment, but once it gets to this mid-game set piece, it's almost always the same. Push out in the center of the map while the drop goes forward. He sees the Phoenix and immediately turns around. Good choice for Clem. Flying into those Phoenix would have sucked. It's kind of funny as well because he's only showing 2 Phoenix, so a drop might try to run past 2 Phoenix, but it'll find 4 more. That's when you know you're really screwed. There's no tanks to anchor this push, so 2 Immortals, a Sentry, and a Colossus. He's rock solid. Clem's taking a 3rd base right now, but it really feels like he just hasn't found any openings. He's trying to scout a lot, trying to play very like normal and safe. And Creator's like, dude, I have 3 bases up. I've been mining this 3rd for a while. Yours has just started. I do think Creator could probe a little more. 57 workers is kind of low. But remember, basically the way Clem won the EU Cup versus both MaxPax and Showtime. Oh, those Widow Mines on the top. Uh-oh. Okay, the Phoenix do get some hits. They take out a from the Widow Mines. 2 Phoenix go down. It's 2 Colossus looking pretty solid. Ooh, Marine drop goes in the main, but shield battery and those Zealots, even without charge, the Zealot Phoenix will clean this up easily. Clem's going highly aggressive into a very well-defended player right now. I dare say this is crazy. If this doesn't work, I mean, he's going to be throwing the game away right now. He could pull back in macro. He feels like he needs to get a little bit more damage done. Killing that pylon is not bad. Look at that. Every time those Colossus beams go off, he gets a lot of units shaved down. 4th and 5th barracks are now adding Tech Lab and Reactor. Viking production has started, but he's only got 4 medevacs, so he can't afford to throw these medevacs away. I would imagine the Ghost Academy goes down any second now. He's just a little bit strapped for cash, building the SCVs, building the bio. There we go. Ghost Academy dropping now for Clem. He's not going to have a good Viking count, and the Phoenix are going to cause him a lot of problems, because there's going to be 4 Colossus guarded by 6 Phoenix. EMPing them takes off 1/3 of the Phoenix's effective hit points. That's going to allow your Vikings to do a little better. As long as your Marauders are up front tanking and they're a little spread out versus the Colossus, they can do okay. Templar Archive's coming in, so he will be adding Archons. A very standard follow-up for Creator, and it does feel like the Ghosts will be well-timed to deal with that. Second Starport is also building on the Factory's Reactor. I like that, just swaps the Factory away. And a cancel on the 4th would be fantastic. It's a risky move with the Phoenix hot on your tail, though. He doesn't have enough Marines to fight this. Creator realizes that, and he's like, okay, you get the Nexus. I kill like 4 or 5 Marauders. You know, that's a trade I'm okay with. Those Marauders cost a lot more than a Nexus. 64 probes now for Creator. His main base is mining out of minerals, so he can transfer workers to his 4th, even if he doesn't build too many more. +2 attacks on the way. Second Forge. About to finish up. Clem does not have a 4th command center. He does not have an armory. He wants to do a big push. I don't think he wants to do it just yet. He kills the Oracle. He does lose a Phoenix for that, but a Viking for it. But he almost gets a Phoenix as well on the retreat. Oh, watch out for the Widow Mines. Okay, he's picking him up. Nicely done. As long as he picks up that Marine as well, could be good. Oh, get out of there, Creator. Careful, careful, Creator! Oh, Creator loses a Phoenix. Okay, it's only 1. Could have been worse. It's a big army. You don't want to fight right now as Clem. Clem's army is weak until he gets to 10 Vikings. He's got Ghost building energy. I like that he's kind of threatening. But if he actually commits to a fight when he's only got like a few Vikings, it's not that good. He's got 7 now. He feels confident. He gets a volley. Oh, the Colossus! He gets a Colossus down deep in the red. There's another Colossus on the left, though. Phoenix coming forward as well. The Prism is there. Oh, my lord. He's going in. He's going in for it. Creator has to go right now. The Marine Marauder Ghost trying to pull back. Hard to land EMPs when the Protoss is this well spread out. The Vikings deal with the Phoenix. They're pulling back. The Marines need to get away. The Marines need to get out of there. If those Colossus land any hits on those Marines, he's in big trouble. But look at that. The Vikings taking down all but 1 Colossus. There's only 4 Vikings left, and there's still 1 Colossus. Time to back up and wait for Marauders. You do not want to throw these Marines away. It might be a decent idea for Clem to pick up and go drop with those Marines. But anytime those Marines are standing in front of Colossus, they're going to get hammered. And that being said, there's only 1 Colossus. He's got 9 Vikings on the map. They're just all rallying across. I'd like to see him go back to medevacs. You can see he's mixing them in 4th command center, going to 8 barracks, 2nd engineering bay armory. Clem's in the supply lead right now. He's taking away the scary units. Because Creator went Archons, he didn't go Disruptors or Storm. He's got no splash. He's got that 1 Colossus, which is over at the 3rd, and that's it. Battery overcharge is good, but it's still a big problem for him right now. And Clem is just on the doorstep looking for positioning advantages. Oh, the Colossus is going to go down to those Vikings. Nice play by Clem. MPs could blanket this. Good pullback. Gets a few Zealots. Every time that the Zealots charge forward, they just disappear. Wow. Clem with just 1-1 upgrades, a big 3-base push. Creator has +2 attack. Once the Colossi are gone, it's such a big problem, and this is one of the big reasons why I love it when players stop at 3 Colossus and go straight into Disruptors off double Robo. I think it's such a nice transition to deal with this specific sort of 3-base 1-1 Ghost Bio timing, but as it is, 2 Disruptors is not enough. They're spending most of the time recharging, even though that shot was good. Like, Creator's holding a pretty good angle, but that battery on the top got depowered, which is unfortunate. Haven't been any Zealot backstabs either. 1 or 2 Zealots just trickling into these bases while they're being established would have been very good for pulling Clem's attention away. As it is, though, Clem's going to be able to start 2-2 whenever he feels like it. He doesn't really have the gas right now. He's got a good Viking count reigning over the skies. You could argue the Vikings are kind of trash right now. He sent them home. That's interesting. Triple drop going down the south. Creator has really good game sense, and he does spot this triple drop. Cancels the pylon to get a bit of a refund as well. Double Robo Disruptor is going right now. Creator's hanging on. And he's got 2-1 upgrades. 2-2 starts for Clem. He starts a 5th command center. He's got to find a bit more damage, potentially. I mean, he doesn't have to, I guess. He's on 5 base. He's going Fusion Core as well for the Range Liberator upgrade. Battery Overcharge will go down. Battery Overcharge is not enough to keep units alive against that much bio. Nexus recalling. Disruptor does get taken down before it can connect, and oh man, he's just taking them all down. Oh my god, not a single Disruptor connects, dude. That was painful. That was like watching a man just getting kicked in the groin repeatedly. Creator could not handle the positioning and the multitasking there. Clem strikes back and ties up the series. Alright guys, we're here in game 3. I was saying, you know, Creator looked a lot better in game 1 than game 2. That's true, but let's be real. He was in a great position. He just went for 4th base and Archons and got out microed by the Vikings. I really feel that 2nd Robo and Disruptors earlier is much more solid. Maybe you could argue Storm. Obviously, I don't think it's super ideal to go Storm there. The problem with Archons is they just don't do anything against that army. They literally, they're like, you spend gas on them and then they just get EMP'd or simply stutter step down by the bio. Someone as good with his micro as Clem just doesn't really let your Archons ever land hits unless you're overwhelming with like a flank or something like that. So I would have liked to see a different transition from Creator. Like I said, stopping at even 3 Colossus and going up into Disruptors immediately from there is like absolutely mint, but you get caught at that position where you're like, oh, my Phoenix count is way outnumbered by the Vikings, and they're outranged by them. So the Vikings start picking off your Phoenix, picking off your Colossus. You don't have Blink. Your Stalkers kind of suck. Your ground units aren't in great enough numbers to swarm over the Terran. Your whole army goes from being God tier, and then suddenly they have 3 Ghost 8 Vikings out, and your Colossus on your Phoenix just aren't very good anymore. So he was just a little too slow to get to the next step. Now, that is a 3rd command center opening for Clem. Woo! Greedy build. He did this for Showtime today and looked amazing. And that was Showtime doing an Oracle build as well. Creator going Stargate here. Actually, I don't think... Was it? Might have just been a 2-gate Blink Robo. I can't quite remember. Either way, Creator needs to see this as quickly as possible. If he goes Phoenix and then holds the Phoenix back, he's in trouble. But he goes Oracle. Just waiting for Chrono Boost energy right now. It'll take him about 5 more seconds to get that. 2 Adepts on the front. There's only 4 Marines there for now. Good micro here by Creator. Just getting bits of damage without losing any hit points. Bunker is forced just by that aggression from Creator. Clem feels like he needs to get it. So yeah, the Chrono goes down. Extra pylon on the way. A little trick for Protoss players out there. If you guys are about like Diamond Plus, you've got reasonably, you know, tight pro builds, but you find you always get supply blocked on 46. Whenever you start your first Robo or Stargate unit, assuming that's your first tech structure, always start a pylon right after that. So it just chain those 2 things together, and your new best friend will be the 54 supply block instead of the 46. But hey, you'll get past the 46 supply block. Oracle gets 2 Marines. That's pretty slick. Yeah, grabs an SCV as well. Could go in the mineral line and get like 2 more. Oh, he's even going to fight those Marines. Wow. Creator just ruined Clem's opening. 3 SCVs and 4 Marines and scouts the 3rd command center. Clem was not expecting that. And that's all because the Adept pressure from those Adepts, which didn't even die. They just kept the Marines pinned at the front. They brought Clem's focus there. Clem was just simply playing greedy against this possibility. Now, he's got a fast 3rd command center. Of course, Creator answers with a fast third Nexus, but it is still a much quicker third command center. Already dropping mules, building SCVs. These are the sort of things which allow you as CLEM to absorb little bits of damage like that without it being too impactful. Stim, shields on the way, lots of Marines building. Creator's got a 4th gas on the way, as well as going to 3 gateways. Expect a Robo Bay to go up any moment now. Actually, I think he might play Storm? No, he's building an Immortal and he's got 2 Phoenix out, so yeah, it'll be a Robo Bay. Phoenix try to fly in, they find the missile turret, and they quickly turn around and get out of there. Perfect time to start building depots for CLEM. You can see he's about to hit a supply block on 69, but his depot is close to finishing. He does need to start more depots though. 3 barracks production, triple SCV production. It's going to keep you constantly supply capped if you don't. Looks like Gary does take over there. Bruce does go back to mining minerals though. He starts another depot on the natural. Okay, well done by CLEM. 3rd Nexus is up. We've got the gateways there. Robo Bay, Forge coming down. Still no Twilight. So Creator's going to be playing a very static style, but Twilight is a mobility thing, right? Charge for Zealots, Blink for Stalkers. That's all about controlling the map. Creator just sits on his side for the first 10 minutes almost always. So those Marines coming in. They can't do much. Battery plus Sentry is very scary, actually. He could easily kill these Marines. CLEM being out there and fighting, very risky. The Marines try to do a backstab on the natural, hoping to get in and do some damage on the probes, but seeing that Creator was split up, can't find it. Creator's building a Colossus right now. He hasn't started Extended Thermal Lance yet. That is the special upgrade. That gives +3 range right now. There we go. Okay, Forge is up in the main. Where's that +1? Should be coming in soon. Terran way ahead on the upgrades. +1 is finished. +1 armor starts at the same time as Creator's first upgrade. On the other hand, as the Protoss right now, you've got your Colossus and Immortals on the map. Terran's still on very basic units. Phoenix actually get 2 SCVs and they're a reasonably fresh mule. Good pickoffs. Observer's going to see this army. Oh, dude, if he moves to the left... Oh, don't go over there, CLEM. He could get Force Field just destroyed here. Because he doesn't realize he's being watched. Creator's watching him. CLEM doesn't know the army's right there. He's going to have a bad time, man. Oh, so many Marines going down. Oh, man. Juicy pickups for Creator. Creator's killed 1,000 units. 1,000 resources of units. 21 actual units have gone down. 16 Marines and 5 SCVs for 1 probe. CLEM, oh, man, he's in trouble right now. He's going to try and go Ghost Academy, 2nd Starport. But Creator's already on his way to a 4th base. 4th base at the same time as Twilight Council. What? Oh my god, Creator's like, dude, I'm ahead. I can just push that greed. I can go greedy, greedy, greedy this game. 3rd Colossus is coming. Charge starts up here at 7.5 minutes. 4th base underway. He does go Templar Archives again. You guys know my thoughts on Archons in this matchup. Really good for a timing attack when you're a little bit ahead of the Terran. Or they're a bit slow on their ghosts, maybe. But this sort of style, it's already ghosts coming. 4 Vikings at a time. Interesting that CLEM's going 2nd Engineering Bay and Armory. He wants to actually keep up his upgrades. Much more defensive style for him. I think he feels with how the early game went, he doesn't have that same window to get across the map quite as early. Creator's only got this 1 Observer out, but it sees that CLEM's in a defensive stance, and so he's happy to just chill. CLEM is like, cool, you're on 3 base. He sees the army in the bottom left. This might tell him, yeah, it tells him, wait a second, why is your army down there? Oh my god, you took the 4th already? CLEM does not feel good about that. His army's shifting around right now, but it's Creator who's in the driver's seat. Creator is going up to 8 gateways. He has 76 workers, which is as many as he'll ever build this map. You never really see Koreans go above 80 workers in PvT. These days, they much prefer to have a bit bigger army than a few extra probes. Vikings coming forward. There's 7 Vikings on the map versus 7 Phoenix and 3 Colossus. I like that he stopped at 3 Colossus and started going to Disruptors, but it's on 1 Robo. No 2nd Robo, and he's making Archons right now. Ooh, okay. Sentry and 2 Stalkers get caught. Stalkers do go down. Sentry will get out of there. Colossus getting a few shots off. Oh, Creator's going for it. Oracle gets snapped at the start there. EMPs could be big here. EMPs on the Phoenix, but only hits 1 of them with the EMP. Ooh, the Prism goes down as well. Creator F2ing a little bit. Phoenix is going to start trying to hunt down these Vikings. Whoa, he's trying to spread out so the EMPs don't hit him, but they've already been cleared there. Viking count is still at 8. Disruptor shot does keep CLEM back for now, but for how long? Marauders pop out of the stasis. They get hunted down. Good moves by Creator. He's got a second Robo now starting. He's building more Immortals. He wants that consistent damage output on the ground. How many Vikings died in that fight? 3 Vikings, only 1 Phoenix, no Colossus. Very, very good for Creator. Unfortunately for him, he's about to get Doom dropped. Does he have energy in the main? He does not. Can he recall to the natural? He cannot. Oh, no. He's got no recall energy in the main. Clem going for a crazy move here. This is very risky, but it's going to pay off. There's 8 Phoenix, so there's no way out for this. But he's going to shove the bottom with the rest of his army at the same time. Oh, +1 armor. +1 armor. No way. It was on 0.1 seconds from finishing, and it gets denied. Oh, Creator's going to be so triggered if Clem wins this game, man. He denies the +1 armor. He tries to distract. Luckily, Creator stays eye on the prize and does chase that drop down. Should be able to clean that up, but his army in the bottom is in trouble. The Viking's going to take that Colossus out instantly. There's a Disruptor there. It is trying to hold him back. As long as Creator can gather his forces back in the south, he'll be okay. But now he's used up the Disruptor shot. Battery overcharge needs to go down, man. He's trying to just pull back, trying to buy, you know, kind of bait Clem into a bad position. Colossus walk into the Vikings, though. Oh, man, that's not good. That's not good. Remember, there is no blink here. The Colossus gets shot down. Clem finding a way back into this game. God knows how. This is a ridiculous turnaround for Clem. The crazy Doom drop in the main was a massive move. It pays off. He's now got his 2-2 about to finish. Vikings are getting hunted down, but he's killing all the Vikings in the process. All the Colossus are already gone, so the Vikings have done their job. And he still gets away with 6 Vikings. This is looking real bad for Creator. That army does not really have a lot of kick behind it. He's still building more Immortals and Colossus, but there's still 6 Vikings in the sky. I really cannot get behind building Colossus, even with the 10 range. Clem's micro is so good with those 9 range Vikings. He's so good with the starter step. Stalkers pick off a medevac there. Gonna need to blink away, Creator. But, oh, it's okay. He's fast enough. And he does lose 1 Stalker, but picks off a Marauder, picks off a Ghost for 2 Stalkers. Nice backstab for Clem in the north, though. Clem is always everywhere. And there's just not been any rebuild on the observers. So there's only 1 observer on the field. It's not giving enough map vision. The 4th Nexus gets sniped. Vikings say, hello, Colossus. Hey, it's your friendly neighborhood Vikings. We're here to raid and pillage. A couple of Vikings do go down, but well worth it to take out the Colossus and the splash damage of Creator. Creator's struggling right now. Clem's maxed out. Clem is going up to 5 bases behind this. EMPs all over that army. Maybe a bit of a bad fight for Clem, though. Ooh, the top side definitely crumbled for him. That was a decent engage for Creator. Creator still has a 4th base up. He's been losing his 5th, but not his 4th. He's on 3 Disruptors right now, though. Only 3 Disruptors is not all that amazing. Only +1 attack is the big problem. He really needs to go double forge if he wants to play a longer game, because he's down 3 upgrades, and that's just a huge problem. If he pushes in over eagerly, Clem will be able to sandwich him. I don't really like Clem's positioning very much here. Oh, he's going to break the rocks. He breaks the rocks on Creator's army, killing 2 Disruptors, splitting the army in half. Oh, no. Creator says, what the hell just happened? Clem says, oh, that's the banana split, mate. Get wrecked. GG, well played. What a disgusting way to finish the game. Oh, my God. Let's watch that again. That was crazy. You gotta know it's only 500 hit points to break that rock tower. Creator, was he watching, guys? He was watching? Moving up there is crazy. He thought he could get up the ramp, but look at this. His Disruptors stopped to throw some balls, which means they're held in place. He blinks his Stalkers. He loses 2 Disruptors to the rocks. Oh, that's so bad. And then his army gets split. Oh, my Lord. What the hell, dude? GG, well played. Oh, Creator was looking really good both of these games. Second, game 2 and game 3, but Clem just cannot be stopped today. GG.